It's starting. It's starting. It's starting. What would Yarrick do? He would make more guns, of course. And also forget about the Steel Legion. Steel Legion do not... What? Wait! No! No! No, what? Okay. That's one for the bingo card. Do we count that? There's audio issues. Okay. Who would have thought that there would be audio issues on the show? Ooh. Oof. A bit loud. Holy crap. The audio is fucked up already. Who? Please stand by. $1 billion company and they have shit audio. Yeah, I know, right? I've got better audio than they do, I think. And I'm running from my bedroom. Not bedroom, room. No. With shit audio. Woo!
Perfect. Is your mic working? The betrayal is real, boys.
God damn it. How can they get this wrong? How is this possible? Do they not do a mic check before they start the show? I don't get it. I don't get this. I really don't.
Everybody who stayed in the room with us and had this wonderful experience, they're going to go away.
I really don't get this.
More on that later. Are we about ready to kick this off?
Must be the gag. It must be a gag. Yeah, I think they're like...
A bit of a retrospective.
I think it's a rage bait thing. I think they're rage baiting. They're rage baiting people like me. Like, why? Why is an event like this? They spent millions on this event, and they got shit audio. They need a tech priest. Yeah, obviously. Obviously, they need a tech priest. With the oils and the incense and the hamana.
So, when I was a little boy and I read the stories of Thomas Yarrick and the infamous things he'd done on Armageddon...
They're grabbing the audio from the speakers as well. They're not grabbing the audio from the desk. That's the whole shitty thing about it. That's why it sounds like this, by the way. It sounds like this because they're not grabbing audio properly. They're grabbing it from the speakers now. The mini. Wazdaka.
They say we cannot win.
Okay.
That the orcs are too many. I
And
don't know about
now
you,
it's too low.
but I am growing tired of proving them wrong.
We gotta remember Yarrick and friends for next year. Yeah.
Steel in your eyes.
If that's Yarrick versus Orcs, just Yarrick.
I tell
There's the new Adeptus Oritas.
win.
The new battle sister. And there's some new vehicles. Are those new vehicles? Yes. Speed Freaks. Mm-hmm. The return of Yarrick. Return to the war world. Did they fix it now?
We are returning
Nah.
to Armageddon.
They only got one microphone. Oh my god.
Campaign expansion.
Guard models, yes.
The return of Yarrick. We're going back to Armageddon, back to the war world for a story of the Imperium.
Armageddon again. That's cool though. I like Armageddon. It's cool.
Armageddon is a place that's had some issues, and
Yes.
the sponsor of the issues that are going on right now is none other than the herald of the Speed War, Wazdaka Guts.
Okay. Fantastic transition there. Good job. Wazdaka Gutsmech.
Like Big Rever.
Yes, this is the fastest orc in the galaxy, the most famous, most infamous of the evil sons.
Can barely hear it.
Phenomenal new miniature, huge Daka cannon on the front of it. A very powerful miniature in the game as well. You've got a lone operative on this guy. He's very fast. He can chop up tanks and infantry quite happily. That gun can chew through space marine units and pretty much anything it points at. It is just a really cool thing.
New bikes for orcs. That's on the card. Yep. But
Why he's come to Armageddon.
Wazdaka has been announced. Is there going to be a box with retinue sort of thing?
And as he travels on his Speed War, He wants a bit of an accelerator. And
Man, their audio is so shit.
Cracker has teleporters. And so the deal is, if he does a good enough job on Armageddon, he gets a boost to carry on his speed war.
Yeah, so that is...
This is a cool looking model, though. I like that they added the effect, you know, the smoke and the...
Let's have a look at some of the things that are coming. So,
Okay,
Adam,
we got a new vehicle.
V, what is that?
So the Hippogriff, armored fighting vehicle, as you can see,
Sound is shit.
is a lightly armored scout tank. For
Wonder
the
what people are saying
These things
on the
range
chat.
ahead of the armored columns, and they're used to like
Speak up.
scout terrain, seize objectives, drive the enemy out of critical areas, and they have a multitude of weapons with which they do it. Here you can
New
see
combo patrol, maybe.
with this kit. So obviously you've got a Punisher cannon, you've got a battle cannon, you've got a melt. Yeah, absolutely, and all of those options that you saw are included in the kit. So you can choose what you're going to have and equip your...
Why would the Steel Legion tank say Cadia? I don't know.
That's not the only new vehicle we saw in that great preview trailer that we saw just now. We
Because
also
Cadia stands, I guess.
the Centaur Raptor.
Man, why are their audio is so shit?
This is a fast-moving, lightly armoured transport vehicle for your Astra Militarum troops. It is just a beautiful...
Might be guard instead of NIDS. Yes, of course it is.
In fact, it doesn't replace your Chimera, but it kind of rides into battle alongside them and is a...
You go in guard instead of NIDS. Really?
Mechanized guard.
They've got some cool stuff here.
It's giving you some very different options for your...
The Centaur RSV.
The way it's going to work is you...
Truck,
pack it
yes.
full of troops,
That's cheaper than the Orc one. I'm going to Orcify it myself. Yeah. Cadia, the people broke before the planet did. Yes, they did. Yes, indeed. This looks like a cool little vehicle thing. Transport.
You've got like fully modelled interior with all the guardsmen that sitting inside it. This is a beautifully rendered piece.
Yeah. And it's got a heavy stubber, so I mean that's...
It's not completely harmless, right?
When they fix the audio, you realise that it's going to be really loud, by the way.
Acadians in there riding into battle. I really love this.
It's going to come back really loud, I mean.
Yeah, it's a really cool miniature.
Little
You can
backpack
also build,
pack
of course, with the
on the
hatch
side there.
and no troops
Nice
inside it
touch,
if you
like
wanted
that.
to put it into a Death Corps army.
To be fair, it looks like an Action Force tank, not a Warhammer thing. No, I mean, I think, no, I don't know. Warhammer does take inspiration from a lot of real life kind of things, so I don't know. I like it. Commissar Graves.
Oh, the room like that. Commissar Graves is a member of the High Command for the military operating on
To
Armageddon.
their whistle. No.
She is a stone-cold killer, a commissar cut from the true mold of the Officio Prefectus, and literally one of the first things she does in the narrative is replace one of the high-ranking officers with a bolt round.
Okay, who's going to die then?
You can have the character on foot, but she also has the option to come on an armored...
Baby Yarrick, yeah.
Yeah, so this is...
Female Baby Yarrick.
This is her own personal rapid strike vehicle. And this thing oozes like the grim darkness.
Okay,
of
she's got a pose with a sword like that. It's kind of nice pose.
Armored pulpit chased in gold.
I do like the other two guys in the back there.
She stands on the back with an enormous personal
That does look
banner.
cool.
A bunch of people were trying to work out what all the different patches on the jacket I wore were. Commissar Graves' heraldry is one of those patches.
That does look cool.
The vigilance
A new
with,
vehicle
you
looks
see
like
has
the
some
Aurochs,
Officio
but better.
Prefectus officers.
Torux, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what she calls her right hand. Her left
Ah,
hand is
man,
power
I
fist,
like
her right
the
hand is a bunch of executioners which she'll
I
use
like
to
the
enact her
bonnets,
will.
the
I think the
whole
thing I
sort
really
of
like about it
imperial
is nodding a
eagle
little bit
thing.
to the Fortress of Arrogance.
Oh, absolutely.
Commissar Graves. Did I put that on here? On the bingo card? No, I didn't actually.
If you converted yourself up the Fortress of Arrogance, it would look very cool riding to battle alongside it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things here is that the cloth that she's cut from is very different to Yarrick. Yarrick is an inspiring leader at this point, almost like
That truck is on the
herald
way
hero, right?
to Poland.
Whereas, Commissar Graves is in every way just a stone-cold killer.
Yeah.
Right, we're still not done. Did we see the Adeptus Sororitas character? Here is...
Yeah, it got leaked, yeah. We saw that
really likes this
earlier.
one. Here is Intransia Frey. She is the dog
Intransia Fair Frey.
Adeptus Sororitas on Armageddon. She's a member of the Order of the Martyred Lady, and she has a big role involved in that high command for the officers.
Yeah, of course, because there is like a big presence there for the Sisters of Battle.
Battles for
on Armageddon.
We've seen them in novels and stuff, doing some cool battles. This is a really powerful character to add into a Sister of Battle army. It's got a few different options there. You can see you've got the helmeted, unhelmeted. It brings quite a lot of firepower to the field. You've got a couple of heavy bolters, a couple of heavy flamers, and
it looks like it's like a. I'm guessing it's going to be as tall as a dreadnought. And this is where it comes in. 11th edition is the Dreadnought edition,
which is nice.
Starting with
for those keeping score,
this character here.
Throne is called the Throne of Blame. You might know the Throne of
Justice. Because that's what the rumors were saying, that, yeah, it's going to be the Dreadnought edition for 11th edition. Just like 10th edition was starting with new sculpts for Terminator armors. Inquisitor Croyle, a new Inquisitor.
So Inquisitor Croyle is a member of the Ordo Xenos, and he's
got
a big game hunter in Warhammer.
He's got a Xenos horse thing.
This guy
that looks cool.
Down, exotic and weird enemy characters.
And that one I did not expect.
Armageddon particularly to try and take out.
He's getting a model Grimace, slowly getting one. Maybe.
With that very strange-looking alien rifle, he is mounted on.
This is a cool-looking thing.
Horse.
I do like the horse alien Xenos thing.
Even worse with the nose bag off, right?
Yeah. You've got some options in the kit. So you've got a couple of head options for the mount, a couple of head options for the character. In game terms, he's very useful. He is a lone op, fast-moving sniper character.
That's a strange decision to get a mounted Inquisitor. But I guess
an enemy unit with it, the damage
it's an interesting model.
up across the game.
Yeah, fantastic. His gun is a Jadari Tox cycler for the record, and it's one of the stranger looking.
How do we feel about this one? I think I'm going to get this one, because I do like to get Inquisitors. I think I've got all the Inquisitors, apart from the new one.
The rest of the species to extinction, but he thought it looked like quite
oh man, that audio is freaking off again.
So, yeah, one of a kind in a very real sense of the word.
Not my taste.
Now, where can you learn about...
I like Inquisitors. The mount is to keep him on range and maneuverable. Yeah. That's the Armageddon book. Oh, here we go.
I got a standing ovation from the Imperium side of the room.
Battalion Astra Militarum.
You'll be able to get all of the new Astra Militarum vehicles. So the Hippogriff and the Centaur is in Armageddon Battalion Astra Militarum, which contains all of the models you see here.
Yeah, so it's a really solid start actually to an Astra Militarum army. If you just want a bit of everything, you've got really solid armored core, a couple of those fast.
Well, we lost audio. That's going to be expensive, probably. No, I don't know. There is a lot of tanks in there, I suppose. Yeah, you're right.
Will be available separately shortly thereafter. But if you want to get your hands on it first and save a bit of money at the same time, this is the way.
That's absolutely it. It's an elite battalion that's on its way as well, as you would imagine. There is
and the Orc one. No, I don't think these are going to be very expensive.
Death Copters in, which are
6 Death Copters.
And solid unit. You've got a Death Killer War Trike in there as well, and you've got a Rucker Truck Squig Buggy. This is a box that's effectively designed to accompany WAS.
Wait, these are not new models though, are they? I think the bike might be new.
This box together give you a really solid start.
If you're looking to keep...
there's our guard box, Great Wolf. Yes.
There's a new battalion for the...
Did you have flyers on the bingo board? No, I didn't. I did not. Did I have flyers? Oh yeah, maybe I did.
A disciplinarian theme to it. You've got the...
not new models, no.
You've got novitiates and...
Adeptus Auritas, these are not new either.
Solid, quite a combat-leaning force.
Absolutely.
The only new ones were in the guard box, right?
Fits really nicely when Transia Frayne. She's also very competent in combat. So
that's where the new models were, in the guard box.
A very punchy addition to an Adeptus Sororitas army.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there is one more battalion set.
One more battalion. Fix your audio. God damn it.
Here we go. So,
oh, Space Marine one. Huh.
Your world is overrun by Xenos.
Interesting.
Xenos hunters. This is...
I'm actually interested in this one.
Is the new Death Watch plastic miniatures.
Yeah, this is interesting. Whoa!
A little bit different.
Holy crap.
We have some friends from our friends.
You should always have new Space Marines on the list, yeah. No, I mean, they weren't new Space Marines. They are ones from the Kill Team, sure. Those Space Marines were not new. They were not new.
Now,
They are in the kill team. They were the kill team Death Watch.
Is one of the most formidable psychers in the Imperium of Man. Standing upon the stairs of the Arx Angelicum, we present to you the chief librarian of the Blood Angels.
Wait.
The Lord of Death.
They're making... Oh, no, that's... This is a Weta, isn't it? This is an expensive statue. Yeah.
He is the sole member of the Blood
This is
Angels.
not a Warhammer thing.
Harnessing the power.
This is cool looking, but it's not interesting to me because this would be already painted, right?
And through his psychic hood.
Mephiston.
In one hand, his four-sword Vitaris crackles with power. In the other, psychic energy gathers.
It is nicely sculpted for sure, but again, this is going to be like a statue that's like 300 pounds or something stupid.
Adorned with Blood Angels iconography has been rendered in exquisite detail by our sculptors. His presence is further elevated through masterful, visceral paint applications, with every surface.
This is a Weta. Yeah, this thing is massive as well.
Contrast
Yeah,
and
nah.
gravitas.
Come on, let's move on to this. I don't care about this. This is going to be so expensive, you're going to have to take out a second mortgage for it.
While we're talking about licensed things, we have another officially licensed product I'm pretty excited about because they sent one for me to wear.
Oh, what is it, Adam?
Oh no. Oh no. Is it another helmet? Yeah, it's another helmet.
The new White Scars helmet. We've seen a couple of these helmets.
Why is there audio so shit throughout the whole show so far? It's been like horrendous.
Lieutenant Titus helmet, I love it. It fits my head. If anybody wondered, my head is colossal.
Is it better over on YouTube? Is it just a Twitch thing, or is it just a general thing? The broadcast is just effed.
Definitely, unless you have like a even larger than a Starty-sized bomb.
Can somebody check if it's better on YouTube?
There we go. You can check these things out. There'll be links to it all on the Warhammer community website. Make sure you go and have a look when we're done with the preview and scout it all out. And
I believe that helmet is available to pre-order as of tonight as well.
I think so, yeah. So essentially, if you really like one of these...
That wasn't on the bingo card, was it? No.
Now, we have other exciting news, which is
Can we
still in the
catch up? What have we got?
to something coming very soon to Warhammer Plus.
No. Warhammer Plus?
Sigma Command, this is Flight Commander Kai.
Welcome to Sigmar Nova. The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects.
Where did they come from?
That was it? Okay. Cool.
This is an all-new animation coming soon to Warhammer Plus, Aeronautica Imperialis. Eddie, what can you say?
Yeah, exactly that. So we knew this animation was on its way. We can tell you a few more things about it today. So it's called Aeronautica Imperialis, and as you imagine, it is about the pilots of the Imperial Navy. They are up against the Eldar pilots of Craftworld's Sam Han.
What is this?
Effectively, an aerial war of attrition across a frozen world. This will be a 3-part animation.
$2,000 statue, by the way. The Blood Angels statue is $2,000.
Go and check it out. It's on Warhammer Plus right now. This will be a 3-part series, and it will explore both the Imperial Navy, and it has a few scenes as well from the Eldar perspective as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now you can see some of the Eldari fighters in it. Well, it's a fighter and 2 bombers, right?
Let's check on our friend Q. Has he reached 100 yet?
A couple of great fighters on the side there as well, which will
Let's see.
doing the bombing runs trying to take out Imperial forces.
Not 100 yet.
On the other side, you have Imperial Thunderbolt pilots.
Samhan.
There's quite a high attrition rate, I would say, for the Imperial Thunderbolt pilots.
Maybe don't get too attached.
Maybe don't get too attached to any of the characters. This is Kai. She's one of the Imperial pilots, piloting those Thunderbolts into the sorties against the Eldar planes.
What is this? I don't get it.
So I've watched the first episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm one of those people that grew up watching sort of those classic sort of air war movies.
That's NPT, what they're called. Oh,
First episode, which is
I
breathtaking.
see.
And you get to meet this guy for the first time as part of it, who's
The Eldari guy.
Yeah, so this is the kind of lead lead pilot, I suppose, of the Eldari forces. This is Idraneth, and the Eldar scenes in this show are from his perspective, so you get to see a little bit into the mind.
That's interesting.
The Eldar of the craft world.
A series that is from the perspective of the Eldar.
Pilots of the Imperial Navy.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Usually you just get like Imperial perspectives now.
that appear on Warhammer Plus let us delve into corners of the sort of Warhammer universes which are unexplored up to now.
Yeah, and that is coming in May this year, so only a few weeks.
Yeah, so if you want to watch it, make sure you've got a Warhammer Plus subscription, and then it'll be on the Warhammer TV platform.
It's from both sides.
We are nowhere near
Yeah,
the end.
that's good.
We're still staying in the Warhammer 40,000 universe.
Kind of like the books.
But we're going to go...
The books are usually when they've got two factions, they go from one chapter goes from Kill Team. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Kill Team. Cadians. I think I did say that. Not Cadians. Guard Kill Team and Orc Kill Team.
But they drop if you know where to shoot them. We thought we were ready.
Wait.
We were wrong.
Oh! New way to play. Nemesis operate. What? What is this? Is this boss mode? Wait. Are they gonna add boss mode to
Spectre Squad.
to the Kill Team?
Son Jester. The toughest throw.
Right, we're back on air. So this is
They're so shit.
Terror on Devlin, and we'd like to introduce you to the fighting men and women...
Kill Team, but no Orcs.
Squad, which is a brand new Kill Team, 4 Kill Team.
That is kind of cool.
Scout troops for the Astra Militara.
Yeah, this is effectively a brand new Kill Team. This is...
Isn't it too early for works? Wrecking Crew isn't that old. I know. Fucking 80 money. Yes, me too. Oh no. What's going on? Shit. Oh no. Audio dead, sound gone, buffering. Oh. This one's back, but there's no audio. So we got a Vox relay beacon. Very nice. Very nice. So the stream on Twitch is back, but they don't have audio. That's great. Terror on Devlin. So they've got actually... Wait, is the box going to have the Valkyrie in there? If it does, that is interesting. Noobs. Yeah, I know, right? They're shit. Vox relay, they don't have sound. That's funny. Yeah, I know, right? The Red Terror, that's what they called, a tyrant, isn't it? Well, is it called tyrant? What's it called? The big tyrannid that's in Space Marine 2. I mean, really scrub streamers. Trigon, yeah, that's it. A new Trigon, which looks really cool, actually, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't get the Trigon that they have now. So, it's an old named boss. The Red Terror. Really? It's more like a Lictor Lord. Really? I don't know. Kind of looks like a Trigon. Maybe it's not that big, though. Audio is back here, kind of. I can hear it really, really faintly.
Rifle toting heavy gunner.
You've got a little kind of Imperial Governor statue that's been knocked over there as well, which I quite like.
It's not a good time for Imperial Governor.
It's really not a good week to be an Imperial Governor. No, absolutely not. But yeah, it all comes in a box together, so you get the Red Terror, you get squad. This is that box set, Terror on Devlin. That also comes with a bunch of gaunts as well that help you play some of those earlier missions. But as well as this box, there is also an expansion book.
If it comes back, I'm going to go deaf.
Nemesis Operatives, there's a shot of the box. This is the Nemesis Operatives dossier.
600% increase. Whoa.
Being able to play the Red Terror, it also allows you to do almost any kind of big thing that you might want to fight. So if you want, you know, you could hunt
The
down...
new one might be a Trigon. They didn't exist back then. Maybe.
It allows you to play those kind of games.
Yeah, and there's different ways to play it as well. One of the examples...
Nemesis Operatives.
2 kill teams going up against each other while a Hellbrute and a Redemptor Dreadnought slug it out in the
Oh my god, it is a boss fight.
There's loads of cool opportunities to have some fun. Of course, you'll
That
need
is
some new
cool.
Nemesis Operatives, so we've got some returning favourites from
Oh my
Blackstone
god,
Fortress.
no way.
So this is the
No fucking way.
He is a
That guy is
so
from
that's
the Blackstone. Yep.
For use in games of Kill Team. And
Fuck
yeah,
you.
can bring this guy along and have your Kill Team try and hunt him down.
Fuck you, GW.
Also coming back from Blackstone Fortress. We
Also,
have another
what the fuck is going on with
Nemesis
this?
operative, which hopefully we'll get to see in a second.
So the next one up is the Amble. A real classic from back in the day, Warhammer.
Yeah, so ambles are common to worlds across the Imperium. They're effectively an invasive predatory species. Their prey includes humans. So you definitely get bad news if you start an amble colony on your planet. But they are exactly the sort of thing that would rampage through the middle of a kill team board, messing up the battle that you might be trying to have against your opponent.
The Amble as well.
Fantastic. So that's a whole bunch of great and exciting things for Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team. We're going to take a slight diversion away from the 41st millennium and go back about 10,000 years now.
Why?
And
Why? Yeah, because no.
Horus Heresy. Let's start. The Legiones.
Yeah, because they come back from the screen and the sound will be loud again. It was, but then it wasn't.
Maybe we can.
There we go. So
Horus Heresy.
Warhammer
Right.
the Horus Heresy. And this is a new variant coming soon to the classic
This is such a disaster of a show. Guards, Ogrins, that's what I've got for 30k.
Heavy bolters as it's possible to put
We got a new tank though instead.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a classic tank with a new armoured variant. The kit will include not just the heavy bolter mounts that you can see there.
Now
but it
pay
also
attention.
includes laser
Yes.
destroyers, which is one of my favourite ways of blowing.
Spartan Prometheus assault tank.
Here you can see some detail. They're one on the right-hand side. That's the laser destroyer. It's got some extra bits and pieces and is a perfect way to transport your soldiers across the battlefield in relative safety.
Yeah, I think you've got two very different ways of playing this. The laser destroyer is obviously excellent for taking out enemy tanks.
Yep.
The heavy bolters arguably become much more useful in recent months. Obviously,
Lots of bolter going on there. There's 4 on each side and 2 in the middle. And the Space Marine on top could have another bolter there. Why doesn't he hold a bolter? There should be another one. Him holding another bolter on the top there.
The only thing that's coming for the Horus Heresy. There's also reinforcements due for the solar
Oh, greens! Yay! Bingo! No, it's not bingo. But we got Ogrins.
Karanite Ogren section.
Yeah, so
Ogrins.
the Karanite Ogrins are basically like the brawlers and brutes of the Solar Auxilia. If you have a Solar Auxiliary army, you will know that most
So it's a worse
land
landlady crusader. Yep.
Age of Darkness.
Age of Darkness.
There we go.
You are outclassed basically by Space Marines.
Crossing the Ogrins
and
off.
all sorts of stuff. So if the enemy reaches your lines, you need a counterpunch. The Ogren section provides that. These are brutal brawler melee units that can run in and with sheer brute force alone go toe-to-toe with some of the gene-enhanced superhumans of that age.
Yeah,
Are you going to get Ogrins, Grey
This is
Wolf?
the only thing for the Solar Auxilia. They're also getting some additional fire support. Here we can see one of the close-ups. They've got a variety of weapons, but they've also
they got some
heavy
support.
weapons coming to bolster
Heavy
the
weapons,
Solar
cool.
Auxilia. You've got this is the Rapier fire support battery. Essentially, this is how you tackle enemies
They
you
look
can't
cool.
see, right? So right now on the screen, there we go. So this
No,
is
you're
the
not.
shooting down variant. It's the classic mole mortar.
Are you sure
You
about
can see
that?
that guy's clutching canisters that aim equipped with driller-tipped shells for going underground and coming up inside bunkers and trench lines.
Yes, okay.
And you've also got the bombard, which is for loosing off multiple shots and raining hell down upon the enemy.
Yeah, both of these really cool different ways to shoot the enemy from far away, whether they're underground or overground. There's also a direct fire.
They didn't say anything about Space Wolves, did they?
On its way as
Huh.
well, which also has a variety of different options. We'll get
They did mention Space Wolves when they showed the Armageddon books, but they didn't say anything about any models.
Directly, either the quad launcher or the mole mortar, and then the direct fire kit contains things for shooting in a straight line. So here we go, the classic heavy bolter setup that you might expect to see on a rapier platform.
It is a good day for fans of heavy bolters.
Yeah, they are living large.
Yeah, there's a lot of heavy boulders everywhere. They did say, how did Yarrick survive or something? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And so there's a fun fact, if you look at the caterpillar tracks on these things...
It's supposed to be to do with the space wolves and stuff like that. Maybe they'll talk about that later, I don't know.
Enemy ships. So this kit...
Are they going to go back to 40k after this? Because they're going to go move on to Age of Sigmar now, aren't they?
This is the laser destroyer. So you've got a variety of weapons with which you can equip your rapier platforms and bring battle to the enemy however you see fit.
Yeah, loads of ways of killing the enemy from far away, and also some Ogryns to kill them up close.
Perfect, absolutely so. Some of these things, the rules for them you won't find inside your existing Liber books. Fear not, there is a new Journal Tactica on the way.
Fear not, there's a new book that you need to spend money on. Yes.
Of course, is the most famous tank battle of the Horus Heresy, a tank battle that was so brutal that the scars of it can still be felt 10,000 years later.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can expect this to delve into that epic encounter and really give Horus Heresy fans, of which it seems there's a great many in the room, something to sink their teeth into. There we go. Right. Let's leave Warhammer 40,000 and the Horus Heresy for a little while. We're coming back to them towards the end of the show. And let's go to the Warhammer Underworlds. So, on your screen,
Warhammer
right now,
Underworlds.
an all-new Underworlds warband from the Lumineth Realm Lords.
Was that on the bingo?
Really fun,
Lumineth, yes, it was.
warband with
Luminous.
loads of different abilities. You've got some great
Elves.
combat units in there. There's some
There you go.
shooting characters.
Done.
There's some magic, so it's a real kind of jack-of-all-trades warband. They've got some really fun mechanics. They are built around, effectively, use of the Huracan Temple. And there is a little character in there, which is the kind of spirit of the wind you can see, just kind of bottom right there. And she's got some kind of fun mechanics. In terms of
I'm doing really badly at this bingo, aren't I? We're nearly got Yarrick and friends, Kill Team Flying Boys. That is not going to happen, though, is it?
So there you can see him on the screen. There's an interesting mechanic with this warband, which is essentially
they got a fox.
They fight based
Is that the interesting mechanic?
Feeling the skeins of wind and on the air, and that helps them locate the enemy and then outmaneuver them. And so Zul, when you place it down, it's like a marker, and essentially its proximity gives buffs to the models that are attacking it.
Yeah, it's effectively like the.
It's a fox model.
Absolutely.
And then the units around.
You need to get this one, Fox.
So you can dictate where on the battlefield on the board.
Right, you need to get this one.
And it continues
This is a fox model.
that Warhammer Underworlds has had of
I might
showing
even
like
get this
awesome familiars and creatures and stuff as well.
I think everybody likes it when the warbands have a pet.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my favourite model in it. This is an Ara. It's just that classic sort of ranger archetype, and really reminds me of
Sneaky ranger.
from the world that was.
There's definitely a Shadow Warrior vibe about.
Very sort of
absolutely.
Lord of the Rings. A little bit.
These models will be coming soon to Warhammer Underworlds, and are an exciting thing to make.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Lord of the Rings. I like the fox. Fox is cool.
Very good. We're going to depart now from Warhammer Underworlds and go to a place very near and dear to my heart as a staunch fan of Middle Earth.
Yeah. Oh, Middle Earth. Yes.
Middle Earth strategy battle game.
War of the Rohirrim. Ooh.
So this is the first of the releases that we'll talk about.
Middle
These are
Earth.
the Hill Tribesmen Commanders, inspired by the Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim movie, the animated film that we saw at the cinema a few years ago. I loved it, and it's great to see these guys making it onto the tabletop. We've already got the Hill Tribesmen,
Blood Angels,
warriors, so this gives you
Steel
some
Legion.
for your force. You've got the Chieftain.
Do I count the Blood Angels announcement of the big statue? Nah. Maybe. Could be. Bigger wings. It was a big statue.
If you look at the right-hand side of the screen,
Hill Tribesmen and Commanders.
Allows you to build.
I do like the flag on that.
As an oath maker.
That's a nice sculpted flag.
Two Towers in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, where Saruman and the Wild Men make their compact to attack Rohan together.
Yes, indeed.
You've also got some options on the Chieftain in that box as well. The Chieftain can have a two-handed weapon, or
it is really nice that they're still doing Middle Earth and the Lord of the Rings, though. Very nice that they still do those.
The Middle Earth team have just continued to lavish the detail and attention that the range deserves onto these models. These are fantastic.
It's been so many years. And there's been rumors of like a new movie or something, isn't there? New movie series for Lord of the Rings.
Have set into that meta. It's not a bad army by any means, although they take a lot of casualties. Who are they fighting against? Well, the Hill Tribesmen's traditional enemy is obviously the Rohirrim. And so first of all, we have new Warriors of Rohan Commanders. This is a command set that features
Hand for Gollum.
captain,
Sob.
a standard bearer, a hornblower, classic staple.
These look cool.
Your warriors,
I always like the look of the Rohirrim.
Yeah, so this is a really
Kind of like very sort of Viking-like, you know? The helmets are kind of like
The
that.
biggest ones are on the chieftain, so the captain. So you have a choice of heads, so you can have either a
Although they are riders as well, which is a bit weird because I don't think that Vikings had a lot of horses.
that's the unhelmeted one. They've also got a choice on the captain of
Or did
different
they?
chest
You can
plates.
correct me
So
on
you
that
either
one,
have
but
this
yeah.
kind of leather armored one that looks quite similar to the Warriors of Rohan. There's also a heavily armored one, which you can see there, which fits in really nicely. Like a
No
royal
boats.
guard, heavy,
They had boats, yeah.
which is quite a popular unit. Or if you
The Rohirrim don't have boats now.
Yeah, absolutely. And a fantastic new plastic addition to the Rohan Force. Perhaps the most anticipated kit for Rohan, been desired for a long time,
The horse guys.
is a
That's
redo
cool.
of the now quarter-century-old Riders of Rohan.
Wow.
These are one of the most iconic
25-year-old models. They were doing a refresh of them.
Steelers, aren't they, in the Lord of the Rings movies? Every time they show up, it's awesome. This is a very, very
Oh, man.
getting an update. The original Riders of Rohan, of course, came out alongside the original trilogy 25 years ago. So these are well due an update. The horses are
Just a misspelling. Should have been riders, not readers. Of
Every single one of them comes with a shield, a hand weapon, a
Yup.
bow. You've also got the option in there to
Raiders,
throw a
not
weapon as
riders.
well.
Yep.
Just a really cool, dynamic-looking unit.
Yeah, if you're keeping track, the guys who play the Middle-earth strategy battle game will want to know. All of the hand weapons can be exchanged, where you see them holding the axes and the swords and the throwing spears. They can either be hand weapons.
Options. Options. Give me options.
I recommend the throwing
cool.
spears for the record. So a long-awaited and much anticipated kit. for
Very
Rohan,
good.
and it's just beautiful to see them rendered. I've got a Rohan army. I've put some of these new ones alongside it, and they also go really nicely together. So if what your thing is collecting all the models and having your force look beautiful on the shelf in your cabinet, these are going to blend in beautifully.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Rohan, right, is that they're not standardized completely, so you
Yeah,
can
absolutely.
mix kind of the older ones with the new ones. These ones could just be the slightly fancier ones with the cool horse helmets. Of course, if you want to, you can just have a whole army of the new ones. That's also fine.
Fantastic. Now, that's our time in Middle-earth done, and it was lovely to be there for a little while, but it's time to go onwards as we continue on our preview. We're going to go now from Middle-earth to the Mortal Realms.
Ah, AOS.
Our enemies think us
Check
weak.
this out.
What are you?
Persuade them of that notion. We shall not cower behind our walls. We are the wall. We will march out, reclaim the lost realms.
Huh.
Our enemies will break upon us.
As always, these look amazing.
By courage and steel, we will drive them back to whatever foul pit once spawned them.
Cities of Sigmar,
Our
yeah.
enemies
Yeah.
think us weak.
They look
This is
really
a
cool.
fantastic addition to the Cities of Sigmar range. Loads of things to talk about. We saw them briefly on the screen. Let's delve into them in some more detail. First up are the Free Guild Grenadiers. Eddie?
Yeah, so Free Guild Grenadiers are effectively your hard-working, all-purpose elite infantry for the Free Guild.
I like the priest guy. You could probably use the priest guy in
There's a blunderbuss in the unit.
30k, to be fair.
Really useful unit in game. In lore terms, they've got some really interesting things about how they're chosen from amongst the Free Guild.
Yeah, absolutely. Essentially, the Free
You
Guild
want models for the Gundabad orcs.
warriors from amongst their
Have been
number,
rules,
and then
but no
train them to be
models.
the Grenadiers. These are the breachers. You know, when you create a breach in an enemy fortress, or you need to sweep the foe out of a city, these are the ones you send in.
Flamers.
Got, like the build and the tools for the job.
Yeah, these are like your close combat, down and dirty fighters. If you need to kind of cleanse an undead infestation from a mausoleum or something, these are the people you send in.
Grenades.
Every
They've
single
got
one of
like
these models is
tech,
really
these
fun and
guys.
dynamic as well.
These guys are
You can
cool,
see
yeah.
them like the kind of logical extension of the steel helms, but even more sort of brutal.
Very, very cool.
For whatever the situation demands of them.
Yeah, absolutely. They are, however, not the only new unit that we saw in that preview, and they're not the only elite unit for that matter. We also saw for the first time the Free Guild Gallants, which I think we can go to now. So these are like foot knights for the cities of Sigmar, right?
Yeah, so we've already seen a unit of knights on horses. These are the infantry equivalent. They are the best defensive unit, effectively, in the cities of Sigmar.
Heavy armor, really cool looking armor, this.
Each one of them is
Quite traditional looking, you know.
The cities of Sigmar. They not only fight very well, but they inspire
The
the
beaky
to fight better.
helmets.
The miniatures are phenomenally cool.
Yeah,
there are like
They got a little dude there. What is that little dude? It's like a little demon thing.
and weapons and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, if
These
you're
are
gonna
kinda
keep count of,
clunky,
like,
right?
unusual armor types,
Yeah, they look kind of chunky, but I don't know. I like them.
you've got here, we saw a hound skull on the last guy. You can interchange the heads. And
Love the sword, yeah.
You can make this unit entirely your own and oozing in character and charm, right?
This flag looks cool as well. It's just like, you know, Age of Sigmar, man. They do better sculpts than anything in Warhammer 40k.
And make some really
Or
unique
even 30k, to be fair.
kit to play with. The miniatures look great. It's a great unit in the game as well.
Fantastic. We also saw some new hero models for the
There's
Sigmar.
so many new
So
heroes.
this guy is Jorvan Creel. He's the survivor
Heir of the Kraken.
Anvilgard, there we go.
He's got a cat.
Kind of like
He's got a
ranger
pussycat.
archetype, right?
Mostly because everything is new.
Survivor of a city that's been
I
taken
guess
over
so,
by
yeah.
the of Marathi
But they
Kane.
make new models for 40k as well, and they never look so as cool as
In
Age of Sigmar. I don't know.
infestations
Maybe I'm
of the
just
mortal realms in the realm of fire.
overthinking it, but
Accompanied
yeah.
into battle by an Ash Panther, and he is effectively a really solid, dependable, mid-range skirmish hero for the cities of Sigmar.
Fantastic. And he's still not the only hero that we saw. Next up is the...
There you go. This guy, he could be in 40k, easy.
World that was. Sigmar is a like
You
a
know?
smith god, and here he is, his priest with an enormous...
This guy could be in
So
40k
the
easy.
warrior priest archetype is such a cool piece of Warhammer lore, and it's great to see that kind of coming through in Warhammer Age of Sigmar now. There's a couple of options in there as well. You've got a choice of heads, so you can either go with the classic bald warrior priest,
Yeah, my hairstyle.
or you can have the kind of slightly mad-looking monk.
Most
look.
new 40k is a
Of course, it
refresh.
comes with an enormous
They have
Warhammer.
to
This game
look
called
like
Warhammer.
the old one.
It's gonna be
It
pretty
makes
good, right?
perfect sense, doesn't it? Absolutely. There was also a
maybe.
video of wizards that we saw like teased in that.
They have had like new things, completely new things, and they can just go wild with the new things, with the
Essentially,
refreshing,
targets a unit with a spell.
refreshing the old models into new, and they can go wild with those as well.
Incandescent.
I mean, look at this. He's got like flames coming out there.
Subsequent targeting
cool.
of the same unit is even more dramatic.
his hand.
Adds D3 mortal wounds each time.
Yeah, the miniature is just really, really cool as well. Like you can see it looks like a treat to paint, right? I can imagine
Yeah,
some of these appearing at future Golden Demons and things like that.
And crazy though this one is, it is not even nearly the
Golden Demons, everyone.
in this
It's not even
update.
There's a few people there now, isn't there, from the
Next up,
painting
I'd like to
community?
introduce you to
They've
the
gone to-
Amethyst Nell Mage.
So this is
Ooh.
a wizard who uses the power of Shaiish, the power of death.
The power of death.
Replete with various symbols of the realm of death. They have a scythe, there's loads of skulls, they have a weird candle.
True, but brand new have to fit their armies unless it's a brand new army.
Hit the bell
Yeah.
at regular intervals, and there's even a version where you can lift up the visor, and that's what it looks like if you get hit in the head.
This guy looks like he's evil, you know? Look at his visor off.
Grim darkness
thing.
writ large, isn't it? With
New Necromancer for D&D. Oh, yeah.
most odd helmet. I love everything about
Indeed.
it. The hourglass in the side, just everything about this is amazing.
With the mask off as well, he looks really weird as well, which is cool.
The enlightened one.
So
Erasmus Zon, the
an
enlightened one.
inhabitant of Settler's
Cool.
Gain, which is a twin Lumineth and Cities of Sigmar city. He is one of the first graduates of a program set up by the Lumineth to try and teach mortal followers the ways of Haish, to enlighten them into the ways of the Lumineth. He has been so successful in that he's actually surpassed the magical ability of some of his trainers. So the Lumineth are maybe not super keen on how
What else did I have for Age of Sigmar?
light magic.
I had Age of Sigmar, Dead, Reboot.
Wizards is obviously does all
That's
those things.
not happening.
The thing you notice
I'd like
about
to talk about his mount,
that
right?
Really weird mount.
Yeah, so that is a heliomorph. If you've ever seen one of them before, then you're a better person than I am. It's called Glyphwing, and it is the uncanny combination of a...
They didn't
ram,
show
a
boxes
griff,
with
and
the
has a snake
two
written on it.
factions, did they, for Armageddon?
If you
Now we got
when you're
ads.
choosing your mount, you tick every box.
Absolutely.
And it generates that. So it's a really, really fun character, and it fills out another one of those winds of magic that are now accessible to...
the colleges are kind
Yeah,
of
you've
really...
got 4 of
It's a
them now,
goat
I think,
griffin.
colleges, which is pretty
No, it's like a chimera,
also saw in this the gate
because
guard,
it's got like
fantastic
2 different heads and a snake tail. That's a chimera.
There's a way that the Cities of Sigmar fight, right? They advance like a moving castle as the Dawnbreaker Crusades go out into the mortal realms.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the walls of your castle are made up by your steel helms and your fusiliers. These guys are the
Big guys, these could be Ogrins,
Take the
you
charge
know?
of the enemy smash against those enormous doors. Once
No,
they
no,
sort of
actually,
burst
they're too
upon
big
them,
for Ogrins,
they
but yeah.
part the gates and open up, and your
It looks like they're
gallants,
giants,
steel
right?
helms
Yeah, they're
charge
giants.
out into the middle of the enemy. They stab
Gargantuans.
really weird, fun, bonkers unit for...
Yeah, it is weird.
They fight very well as well. Those are Gargant level stat lines in combat, and on the back of them they also have that enormous cannon, which
There's
can make
got to
them
be
excellent
really
units.
big models, these, right?
Characterful and interesting units.
Are they going to show them actually in model form like they do usually on these shows? Probably not, right?
A new kit, which is...
I just noticed that their shields is a gate, a door gate. The new terrain thing.
Warriors of the Cities of Sigmar as they travel across the mortal realms and launch their crusade. And
They're
it's
like
kind
3
of
Space
a
Marine
remembrance
tools.
of all of the
Yeah, so they're pretty big.
given their lives as part of this campaign, right?
That's right, yeah. So when they set out
giants,
the crusade from
yeah.
one of the major cities, every member of the Dawnbreaker Crusades will be given a coin malleus. Those are the coins that you see sprinkled across the
It's a nice looking terrain feature magic thing.
The warriors who've given their lives for the crusade.
Because these things do have rules, don't they, in the game?
And start a city.
He's
You can
explaining
imagine
it
that
now,
this
so.
memorial will form an iconic part of that city somewhere in the landscape. So this is a memorial they take.
Gargantuans, though, giants is way bigger. Oh, right.
In its presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Giants is bigger.
There's also, for the Cities of Sigmar, a new Regiment of Renown on the way. This is Vengeance
Oh, these look kind of awesome.
famous for hunting down sort of the esoteric enemies of the Cities of Sigmar.
And then look at the doggos.
Maybe they're hunting down the
Look at the doggos.
or demons or other
We
things.
got 1, 2, 3, 4 doggos. Five good boys.
So if you're going up against
5 good boys in this team.
enemy wizards, that sort of thing, these guys have the tools.
It looks like Van Helsing a little bit.
Bring them to heal and then put a stake through their heart.
Yeah, and they're a couple
Yeah, they're vampire hands, is right.
the units of the Wildercore hunters. So the perfect accompaniment to scout out the enemy, to locate them, and sort of keep them in place with the missile fire. That's a lot of stuff for the Cities of Sigmar, right?
It is. It is a lot of stuff.
We are not done yet.
Okay.
Do you want to see some more?
Yeah, let's see some more.
Let's show you the next video.
Let's see.
Aye, we persist in an age of monsters. And there are foes that faith and valor alone cannot best. For such enemies, Sigmar again provides. Take heart, warriors of the
What the hell?
You fight
Age of Sigmar
in the
Titans?
shadow of Behemoth. The cog forts of the Iron World march with us.
Pretty much, right?
With cannon and flame.
Gargantuans are like chest level for the giants, and the giants are around about 150, 80 millimeter base.
How can mere
Because the old models from cities are gone next to. Yeah. Those are like Titans or Knights, but for, yeah. But
Here we
for it.
have-
What the hell is that
So
thing?
the crowd has gone wild in the room. Here we have a fantastic new centerpiece model for the Cities of Sigmar armies. These
That's
are the
amazing.
cog forts, and right now on your screen, you have the Cannonade cog fort.
I love this model so much. It is such a cool addition. I think people who've collected
That is
Cities of
amazing.
Sigmar have basically been waiting for this kit.
It's a Titan
since
for
it
Age of
was hinted
Sigmar.
at in some of the early battle tomes
Basically.
of the edition. It is finally here in glorious plastic, and it is well worth waiting.
You want it for Admech instead of Dune?
Yeah, we've seen this hinted at
Instead
in
of
some
the
of
Dune
the
Crawler.
artwork and stories
No, I
and
think this
even
is
the
bigger than the
background
Dune
of
Crawler,
scenes
am I
and
right?
Animation.
Gotta be.
This is the Cannonade cog fort. It's the first one we'll talk about. Essentially, It is a walking fortress equipped with two massive...
It's probably
cannons,
like as big as a knight or
defense
something,
guns. It's
right?
powered by a Duardin-forged boiler you can see on the left. This is everything you want to carry the Crusade of Sigmar into the mortal realms.
Yeah, this is the shooty version of the cog fort, right? So the gun on the back is called a Godbreaker cannon. It is very, very good at killing almost anything. One of the cool things about it is that when you shoot it, you get to choose a different type of ammunition each time you fire. So if you're shooting at something that's got a ward save, something that's very tough, or something that is lots of things in a unit, you've got...
Yeah, so basically it's like a knight, but in Age of Sigmar.
The most dangerous
right?
ranged war machine in the game.
Absolutely. And it's not the only cog fort that this kit makes.
You know, the
Conqueror cog fort.
the
This is,
40k knights.
A different proposition entirely. It is
The shooty
equipped with a
one, please don't have a tower that fight in melee.
flamethrower.
Yeah, it does a ridiculous amount of damage. It kicks out 66 shots when it fires.
There's a flamethrower
Not
one.
good for Age of Sigmar.
Can you
the other
imagine
thing
it
is
has
that
like it's like a
instead of
tower with
cannon, you
hands and it
effectively have
fights
a drawbridge and sally port.
with melee.
You can transport a unit inside the cog fort and then charge out of the front of it into combat. So once you've broken the back of the enemy forces with your shooting, you can then charge.
That'd be kind of
into
hilarious.
still on fire enemy with
6
your gallants or your
D6
grenadiers
shots,
or
yeah.
something like that, and kill anything that's left.
But you can imagine
Let's look at some of the
this thing
details.
has hands, arms, and it's like going
You
like.
can see some of the things it talks about. The first one would be in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You can see now what the interior looks like if you lift off that roof.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
You
there's
can
loads
lift
of-
off the
there's
roof. That's cool.
So much detail in this kit. Before I was talking about the different types of ammunition you can fire. You can see the different types of ammunition stacked up behind the gunners. So it's almost like a mini diorama inside the kit. You can also see the sally port and drawbridge down if you want to. You can roll it out of the kit. So you can imagine the troops charging down the front there into the enemy lines.
Yeah, absolutely. My favourite
Just a
detail is
guillotine,
actually on the very left of the
bots
screen.
out
And this is
towards
the Duardin forged,
instead of up
furnace
and down.
that powers the entire
Yeah.
cog fort.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Includes a piece of story about it. You can see sandbags hanging on the side. This is the most
They're like
valuable and
some
important
dudes
part.
just
These are
chilling
forged
there
by
in the
Armageddon.
in the balcony.
If everything's
see
going
them?
wrong, they'll launch a hot air balloon device out of the top,
In the back
powered
there.
by the furnace,
Yeah.
detach it from the cog fort and fly it away, because that's the bit
You hate it.
say.
Yeah, the engine basically of the cog fort is the valuable part. That's what the enemy is trying to get to.
They're just chilling, you know,
There's some other
on the
cool stuff
balcony.
that we can tell you about cog forts as well. If we can jump to the next slide.
So this is the first thing is you might like to include a cog fort in your Cities of Sigmar army, but what if you just really like the cog forts?
That's a great question, Adam. You can have an army of renown that is entirely made up of cog forts.
No.
It is called the Iron March, and effectively it does a few things. So first of all, it gives you a bunch
Your
of
iron
extra
jaws are
rules
gonna
if you
pluck
really
it
just like
apart.
cog forts and you want to just have lots of
What
them.
if there's an
The other
army
thing that it
of
does
them?
is unlocks 2 more
Yeah.
types of cog fort you can build in your force. So the basic kit is either 2 cannons or a flamethrower and the sally port. In the Iron March, you can swap the tops over basically. So you can have 1 cannon, 1 flamer, or you can have the cannon and the sally port. The only other unit you can include in this army is the Free Guild Gallants, which basically give you a way to have something inside the Conqueror cog fort to charge out the front.
And a Malice Forge priest to make sure they're working all right.
Yeah, just to hit them before the battle starts.
Beautiful. What if you really like cog forts and you don't have a Cities of Sigmar army, Eddie?
That's also a great question, Adam. Well, there is a
You can
regiment
use
of
them
renown,
with any army.
The Cities of Sigmar Battle Tome, which allows you to take a cog fort in any Age of Sigmar army. There are
Holy
cog
fuck.
forts in the realm.
They really want to push this thing, don't they? They really want to give you this and to have it on any army.
Services to the highest bidder. There are some cog forts whose occupants
Still gonna charge
given
them with
into
my
slaves.
Maul Crusher.
There may be some cog forts who the occupants have died and been resurrected by dark forces of the realm
Okay.
of death.
Needs
or
to
been paid
cornify
to
one then.
mercenary armies
Yeah.
For destruction. So
Why not?
If you just want to include a cool cog fort in your army, you absolutely can. And it also opens up some great opportunities for conversions. I can already imagine people
Conversions.
doing weird undeath or destruction or chaos cog forts.
Absolutely. So
orc
this
one?
really is an
You can make an orc
incredible
one.
centerpiece thing for your Cities of Sigmar army. The rules for it and everything you need to know, all the lore and everything behind it.
No, in GW they will almost make it a rule to take it
which is
to make
everything
sales.
you need to
Maybe,
in your
yeah.
games of Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, all the stuff you would normally expect in a battle tome is in there as well. But it's not the only
New
thing
spearhead.
for Age of Sigmar.
Right. City of Ash.
There is a new spearhead box. This is City
Did I have
of
that on the
Ash,
bingo?
And it includes 2 forces. I feel like the room has picked up on one. I'll very briefly explain.
Rats
You'll be able to get your hands
and
on the Gallants, the Malice Forge Priest, and Mr. Creel is inside this box. Let's talk about the other things we can see on the screen.
Yeah, up against him is
an orc one, but then rather just put the legs on an orc terrain.
The forces of Clans
Season
Eshin.
3 will come.
Last time we had a sizable release for Clans Eshin was more time, basically.
Spearhead Season 3.
A really long time ago, so they've been well overdue for some updates, and the updates are phenomenal.
These are cool.
So let's go through what you've got. You get some Night Runners.
These rats are cool. I like he's got a little dagger strapped on his tail as well.
Still very useful little sneaky scouter unit to run around, throwing shuriken and stabbing enemies in the back.
Oh, it's a slingshot.
Next unit you have up are the Gutter Runners. They are
Again, the tail.
Gutter Runners are the kind of mid-tier, I suppose, of the Clans Eshin. They are, they've gone through the ranks. They were Night Runners, then they've graduated.
More Skaven. I wonder what that means.
Some with poison weapons, some with the classic kind of
End of the world again.
double-bladed punch daggers, and all of the Gutter Runners have got that slightly.
Finally, new runners for the rats. They're 35 years old. Are they? Wow.
Somebody needs to lead this spear.
Oh, this is cool.
This is a model you'll be familiar with if you follow the Skaven in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This is a Deathmaster. He is lovely. We've seen him before. Would you like to see another Deathmaster?
Sure. Let's see another Deathmaster.
May we introduce you to Deathmaster Crixit.
Ah, they got a named one.
Crixit is probably the most notorious of all the Deathmasters currently working in Skavenblight. He is so confident in his abilities as an assassin that he's made his identity public, which is almost unheard of for a Deathmaster. He has slain many rivals and many enemy heroes. In game terms, he is an absolute blender of a character. Like more than, I think, 13 attacks, something like that, like a ludicrous number of attacks.
13 would be the right number,
I think it's
right?
13. I hope it's 13. He is very, very good, as you would imagine, at killing enemy heroes, but such a good character, he can basically blend through almost any small unit.
And the way that they've rendered this character, they captured the sort of, almost it looks like his cloak is made of smoke as it sort of
Maybe
drifts
it
down
is.
around
There's
him.
certainly a little bit of Olgian magic there, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And he stood on sort of crumbling bits of...
Was hoping for the Deathmaster Snicket.
That this kit includes, which is some fantastic terrain for you to play your games around.
Yeah,
Well,
so this box
you
set,
can make one
you
yourself, I suppose.
set in Embergard. Embergard was the location
Terrain.
of Warhammer Plus animation.
New
we had last
terrain.
year. That animation
The
is
City
effectively the
of
sequel to this box
Ash.
set. Embergard was a quite prosperous city of Sigmar. It is
And
now
again, that's another thing that Age of Sigmar always does really well. They do really cool terrain for Age of Sigmar. You see, Warhammer 40k terrain looks like
it gives you a very cool few ways
really
to place your
boring,
head.
but
The
this terrain
box set,
just
the terrain
looks
will also be
great.
available separately, so
you know?
if you just like the idea of a battlefield that looks like
There's got a lot of little details like bottles there, so sort of there.
Here you can see everything that is included within
different
Spears,
things, you know.
Ash. So you've got all of the models, the terrain, the cards and things you need to start playing Spears.
This is the
This is a great way in.
Spearhead
If you haven't played,
in.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spearhead before. And frankly,
That looks cool.
if you already have and you just want 2 great new spearheads, it's the
I
perfect
mean,
lunchtime game.
it's a
That might be
self-contained
worth
box.
getting
If you've never played
if you want to get started with this kind of this Age of Sigmar and stuff.
Like Eshin, players have been looking forward to
I mean, I was thinking maybe I'd get a Skaven army,
few of those new units as well. So
or
whether you
at
go
least
keep it all
Spearhead.
yourself or split it with a friend,
It's gonna be
So,
it's gonna be like a starter box price sort of thing, or £150, something like that. You're getting it. Yeah, why not?
we are going to return back to the grim darkness of the 41st millennium.
All right, let's see what you got.
We have
Here we go.
a really exciting video to show you now.
Okay.
Let's
See it.
go back to 40k.
A bolter. Here we go. Wolves, please. Yes. We got a dead space marine. Now
Armageddon.
it looks like it's
Its soil,
Blood Angel.
salted by the blood and sweat of generations.
It's Blood Angels and Orcs. Here we go.
War.
Is there going to be... No, that was an Ultramarine.
It rises from the dust, and echoes in the sky. A promise.
11th edition, maybe.
Cacophony of endings.
Do you think it's 11th edition? They're going to announce the... Are they going to announce the launch box? And you said not to put it on the bingo card.
Sanguinius' sons.
Yup.
Angels of death.
Yup. Let's go! Let's go!
Our veins burn with his wrath. Our twin hearts hammer with his rage. War is all that we know.
Oh, cool. Some that's like what the hell? Is that an orc that's got like? What? Oh yeah, it's probably like a what they got, weird boy, right?
This world must hold.
Must be 11th orc tank was new. Weird knob would be the boss. Yeah.
Be no peace. There is only war.
Cool. Wait, is this a trailer then announcement for 11th edition? If this is it, then that's amazing. There was an Ultramarine in there as well, but
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new cinematic trailer for a new edition of
yes.
Warhammer 40,000.
All right. There we go.
Like what you saw?
Yeah, it was cool.
Let's talk about it for just a minute, because I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, we saw some very, very cool stuff in there. Obviously,
let's see,
some
bingo
blood angels in
card.
there. There's some orcs. We're going back
11th
to
edition.
Very cool location. There was some units we've maybe not seen before. That new big orc walker.
What have we got left?
Yeah, absolutely. And a classic returning unit, slightly redesigned in a land speeder that, like, very familiar for those classic land speeder fans.
That looked a little bit like Vanguard veterans to me as well.
Absolutely so.
Bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
11th edition announcement.
My favorite moment was,
everyone.
Many people might agree, when the chaplain really gets in amongst it.
I think my favorite moment is when the Orc Psyker just kind of vomited across everybody. That was
and
good.
then he takes a Croesus to the face.
The Orc Psyker. Weird boy. He's a weird boy.
So, incredible way to
a weird
announce
knob.
the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. We're really excited to talk to you about that for a few minutes now.
That's probably going to be the boss in the launch box.
The game.
The weird boy. New 40k. Try and look surprised. Wow.
Warhammer 40,000. Let's talk about the game. Eddie, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so a new edition of Warhammer 40,000 obviously means a new core engine to drive this edition. That means loads of changes to all sorts of aspects of the game. We're going to talk about some of those in a little bit. We're going to give you an idea about some of the things that might be changing and what it means.
Wait, what are we looking here at? There's a new orc there. No, is that a new orc? Yeah.
About the lore and the
universe.
You've got a little bit of a hint of it there. We are going back to Armageddon.
Armageddon, yes.
Obviously, one of the most important and pivotal and, I guess, coolest locations.
It's just such an iconic setting.
We're starting. So the edition is going to start at Armageddon because obviously the edition is ending at Armageddon. 10th edition ending at Armageddon. 11th edition starting at Armageddon, which makes sense. Blood Angels. I see those Kriegers.
The Imperial forces, the human forces
and
of
orcs
are bracing for this enormous wave of orcs that is bearing down.
Yeah, maybe they're still Legion. I don't know.
But Gazgul and his legions are not far behind. They signal for help, and the help comes in the form of an enormous new Space Marine crusade, which is composed of all sorts of different chapters. The Blood Angels are obviously there, but you also have lots of other ones. The Ultramarines.
There was Ultramarines, yeah. There gotta be Ultramarines in there, you know. No, it's still Legion with those helmets. Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It's a classic Space Marine crusade force returning.
It's a good old-fashioned Space Marine crusade.
Once again to the war world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you know anything about
good old crump.
Chance of a fight being bigger, just
bring gonna have a good old scrap.
Run at it now. So the war that's going to hit this world is like nothing we've ever seen before.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
Right. So, I need to get more money.
Talking about the setting, we should show you what the launch box looks like.
Oh, there we go. Box. Launch box.
This is Warhammer 40,000
See?
Armageddon.
Launch box already.
New launch box for a new
Yeah.
edition. You can see in that artwork something quite
Here
nostalgic
we go.
is happening. Anybody old enough in the room might be getting the same feeling in their heart as me. This really reminds me of my youth. Here you can see we're going to do an interesting...
That looks, that's nice. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that is cool. That's a good homage.
Yeah, there's some lovely little touches there that kind of nod to this original piece of artwork. Things like the...
That's a good one.
Space Marine in the bottom
Black
right,
Templars, it's a crusade, yeah.
Character and some of the things that are happening in the background. That piece of artwork, obviously, from one of the earlier wars for Armageddon, we are going back there with the Vengeance, and the Blood Angels and Orcs are taking center stage. A couple of things to say about this box as well. We're going to tell you a little bit more about some of the things that might be in this box today. We're not going to tell you everything. Some of that will be coming later.
No, obviously not.
But this is an enormously cool box with loads of new Space Marines, loads of new
Of
Orcs,
course,
and
it's
all-
going to be great. Because the launch boxes are always worth it, by the way.
Want to know a bit more about the rules and what you can expect to change in the way you play, right? You're here to play games this
Let's see.
weekend. So let's talk a little bit about those rules. And let's start with our first point, which is we want to talk about that unified experience.
Yeah, so
Every battle, more narrative.
you have the idea
Every
of
battle
narrative play,
balanced.
The idea of match play, and what that's kind of
How are you going to do that?
two pools of people
And never the twain shall meet.
and who play
What's in the
Warhammer
box?
40,000.
I don't know.
And what actually is that every game
We'll
of
see
Warhammer
if they're going to
40,000
say anything
should be
about the
like
box.
rich and immersive narrative, whether you're playing at home or you're playing at the top tables of a tournament.
But
And
the
every
cool thing
game
is, they don't have Ultramarines on the box. It's Blood
we are
Angels.
sort of breaking down
So,
barriers.
whatever Space Marines are in there, they're going to be Blood Angel coded.
Generally, all of your games should feel balanced, and narrative is injected into the heart of all ways to play Warhammer.
The list building is going to be like AOS, is my guess. Yeah, probably.
The current rules that they've got available to them. So we can maybe reassure you. At launch, your
Your
codex,
codex still works.
So,
All right.
so this is a really important point.
So the codexes from this edition are going to be able to use them in the next edition.
Re-indexing of the edition.
Absolutely.
That isn't happening this time round. If you have a codex at home today on your shelf, that will continue
Am I still live?
until that codex is eventually replaced over the normal course of releases. That also applies to the campaign books that are being released. So if you picked up the 500 Worlds or Maelstrom, or you're looking at the...
There's going to be Ultra Smurfs and a set of upgrade frames. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Because no, it can't be because it's got to be push fit. It's a launch box. They're all going to be push fit.
Detachments coming. 70 new detachments.
Yeah, so this is
70
really
new
big.
detachments. Holy
Right on the
crap.
first day of the new edition, there will be over 70
Oh my
new
God.
detachments for Warhammer 40,000 for loads of different armies, which will immediately
Shit.
shake up the way that you play and give you
Bloodhammer, here we go again.
being able to put units on the table in fun and exciting ways.
70 new
A lot of
detachments.
focus on units that maybe haven't had a chance to shine in the current edition and let you play in ways that you've never been able to put a force together before.
Yeah, it's really exciting, isn't it?
I guess that's not it's not as bad as stratagem, so I guess you get more choice on what kind of army you want to play.
But there's going to be
That's good.
for you to get to grips with right away.
It's around all of
And
them.
the detachments actually work
Yep.
in a slightly different way to the current detachments as well. You can continue to use your current detachments.
Okay.
But there will also be a different way you can put together your army. One of the advantages of the
Modular
detachments,
detachment
the new ones
system.
coming and ones we'll see in the future, is that the detachment system is now modular. So, for example, if you have an army that contains Terminators and bikes,
Like me.
like you, and you wanted, I want some special rules for my bikes, but I also like some special rules for my Terminators. You can now take two smaller detachments and combine them together to create an army that works exactly as you would imagine your army should work on the tabletop.
Absolutely.
That's
It's gonna
interesting.
Really shake things up, right?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. You can mix
For those of us
detachments.
who've enjoyed Warhammer 40,000. What we want is to be able to sort of build an army that fits our imagination from those great stories that we've read. And,
Very interesting.
those iconic scenes. And this
Lego
is sort of
detachments, yeah.
in a way which could be
Isn't
quite
that slightly more than 2 detachments per army?
It definitely you can pull it in a very competitive
maybe.
way and kind of build a great combo.
or just completely forge the narrative,
But you
right?
can it's kind of designed really to...
They brought that as an example. Maybe you can do more than 2 detachments
Some of
per
the
army. I don't know.
shots we saw just then on the previous slide
sounds
give you an
interesting,
idea
yeah.
of Some of the detachments that might be coming, and some of them are
We'll see
fairly
how it plays.
specific to certain units.
Yeah,
So, for
I'm
example,
definitely
there
going to
is one
be
that lets,
getting the launch box for the edition.
there is one of them
yeah.
that lets
I need to save up some money.
boost if you're picking up one of the new defilers, for example. And you've got, Khorne army, you can make those great. There's one that's a very stealth-themed army for
Around 4 a pop,
and ghost kills and things like that.
my guess, and I bet they're all gonna get the same with the new codexes.
With regards to
Yeah.
objectives.
Objectives.
This is interesting.
This one is pretty big. So
No
right
more
now,
circles.
Warhammer 40,000 scattered across your tabletop, your beautifully painted tabletop, your
Yeah.
beautifully painted armies and your beautiful terrain are scattered
Okay.
in weird circles that your guys have to go and stand on.
Yes.
There are no more objective marker circles in games of Warhammer 40,000.
Okay.
Instead,
That's interesting.
your troops will be battling over pieces of terrain.
There are 26 armies, I think it's 2 per army.
Will be how you take them, and it immediately changes the way that you look.
So they're doing it so it's more natural looking, the objectives, instead of it being a circle.
Key position on the battlefield.
That's interesting. That's cool.
Focus on the things that you imagine your
So you can actually make it a little bit more interesting, and you can actually add objectives that make sense in your narrative. That is cool. I like where this is going, actually, because I always said that the game looks too gamified, you know what I mean? And not enough narrative driven. Well, although you can get narrative
The other things that's going to
play,
change in terms of missions.
the whole thing with the, you had to have the objective markers, and it looked very gamified, very sort of
Goes into battle, it doesn't just go out with the intent of playing
tournament driven, that sort of thing. This might make it a little bit more natural looking for the board,
to capture ground or
just to kill as
Every battle is a story. That's cool. That's nice. They're doing what I wanted them to do. Which is, I wanted the Warhammer game to be more story-driven than tournament-driven, Which is interesting that they're doing that, because I thought that tournaments brought money. Hello, Mr. 104th Clone Squad. We're watching the
Next up, we should talk
the
about
Warhammer AdeptiCon.
specific rule changes. The first up is that there's no more.
They're just announcing 11th edition.
That seems like a popular one in the room. So
No more stratagem
right
tagging.
now, when you play a game of Warhammer 40,000, one of the go-to tactics is you save up all your command points and then you put them all into your best unit, and that unit becomes way better at fighting than it has any right to be, or far more durable. You have things like stacking.
What's
armor
happened to your
alongside
nids?
miners.
They announced the kill team thing with Tyranids,
Choose which stratagem you would like to use on each unit per phase, and you can't have more.
but other than that, they didn't say anything more about Tyranids.
For example, if you
It's
have rerolled
orcs.
your charge,
It's all about the orcs
you
this
now can't
edition,
use any other stratagems that turn, so you can't tank
and
shots.
Blood
If
Angels.
you decided to use a stratagem to give you rerolls to hit in combat, you don't get the chance to have another reroll.
New
to
Red
use
Terror, yeah.
On a tactical reroll, for example.
It's going to really shake things up in an exciting way. We should also talk about a change which is going to affect, in particular, the early phase of the game, which is the ability for units to stay hidden.
Yeah,
Now
so
much easier
this is
to
a really
hide
big one,
units.
especially in terms of how you're going to deploy your armies.
Hmm.
You cannot target an enemy unit that has not shot unless you are within 15 inches of it, if it is in a piece of terrain.
So imagine when you deploy your army, you put your Devastator squad or your Astra Militarum heavy weapon teams in a trench work or like a fortification.
It's easier
or
to hide your units now.
You look at the guys lying in ambush
Ooh.
and staying out of sight. That's what you get on the tabletop. So you don't have to park weirdly behind terrain now. You can be in
It's a
it
cool
and
mechanic.
still get that same
Yeah.
benefit.
Yeah, so and you get that benefit up until the point that your unit effectively joins the battle. So you can park that unit high up in
Nice.
the terrain feature where previously they'd have to hide.
They are doing a lot of cool things, actually. First, they're getting rid of all the gamify stuff and making it less tournament focused, more sort of narrative focused. They're adding some story enabling things like the hiding thing and all that sort of stuff.
And you get a chance to
It's
kind of
cool.
look at those when you finally get the rules in your hand.
Combat cleaned up, 5 stars rolling, combat activation.
Kind of do it already, but the rules are now written to assume that you're
The new heavy shooting was OP and killed the fun.
set of attacks together rather than
I really want to see the rules for all this cause. This sounds nice. Yeah.
the biggest change.
Hope 11th edition box is Chaos and Ox. It's not. It's they've already showed the box. It's Blood Angels versus Ox.
That means if you've charged into an enemy army and they've got strikes first, at least one of your units will get to go before they go. That's quite a big.
They already showed the launch box.
Consolidate now happen together. So you do all of your pile-ins for everything in your army, and then you do all of the combats, and then you do all of the consolidates. And what that means is that the pile-in...
So you mean any chapter versus Ox? Yeah, pretty much. But the box is very much Blood Angel coded. So if you see the box art cover, if they show it again, it's like reminiscent from I think it was like
it is
3rd edition, I think.
The way the charges work now is that you pick your targets after you have rolled your dice.
The iconic old cover with the Blood Angel with the fist and the bolter. Did they say when the box comes out? No, not yet.
Against the unit you were aiming for, and there's a closer unit, you can now charge them instead. So you generally end
They
up
have
with
not
less units
said about dates yet. They're just talking about the rules now and the new things that they're going to add. And everything so far sounds really cool, actually.
Big, long 12-inch charge that you wouldn't
This
previously
is what I wanted from this game, is that it have more narrative-driven sort of
stuck into close combat. We don't like
gameplay instead of it being very tournament coded. And I know a lot of people are going to get disappointed with that because a lot of people like the tournament-driven sort of gameplay. But for a lot of people like me, that's not really our thing, you know?
If your transport is in combat with an enemy unit,
I certainly have to hit the trap if they say the date for 11th edition box. Could someone post it on Discord? Yeah, we'll do. We'll do. I'm gonna put this on the video on YouTube as well, so you can check it out if you want to. Probably by the end of this week.
Next up, we should talk about the leaders and the impact they have in your games. Essentially, your leaders are always going to lead. Can you unpack that for us?
Yeah, so...
All leaders always lead.
You now assign it when you build your army list. So if you have a chaplain and he's going to lead one of your units of Space Marines...
we'll post it on Discord as well.
But the thing that happens in-game...
Disembark in combat is cool. That is cool, yeah. Most likely, the early for the date will be, who knows?
Your chaplain doesn't become inexplicably worse at combat because the guys next to him have died. And the same is true for all the different characters. So that immediately means that all of those heroes that have lost their unit can carry on being maximum heroic right up until the moment they die.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's no morality for leaders and stuff like that, which is morale thing. Okay, let's see.
The 40,000 app has already proven to be really useful.
Yes, but it's behind a paywall.
To make it an even more valuable and essential thing.
The Warhammer 40k app is good, but it's behind a paywall. Get rid of the paywall, please. Come on.
So right now the app is only in English. Going forwards, it will have support for English, French, German,
They're not going to do that.
Italian, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean.
Well done remembering them all.
That's good, right? And that will start with...
So they don't become lone ops in mid-game?
And combat patrol. So,
only codex behind paywall, I think. Is it? Can you do army builders?
Regardless of what language you play Warhammer in.
Yeah, I had a chance to get.
Can you use the army builder?
That are coming in. I can't reveal it yet, but it's going to be super rad. I'm very excited as a person who.
You can't reveal something. It's suspicious.
We'll have loads more about all the details of what those rules mean exactly on the Warhammer community website over the.
They need to change that icon, by the way. So, the app is free. The paywall is buying the books anyway.
Would you like to see some new models?
Okay. All right, let's see the models.
Let's start with this.
Yep. Yep. Okay, Blood Angels. Where's the bingo? Blood Angels. Wait, was that a bingo? No. That's the box, by the way, if you're still here, 104th. Wait, did they say the date? Wait,
so this
was that the date on there?
First of the new Space Marine models.
I didn't see that.
He's a Space Marine intercessor, and you see the coming together of old and new in terms of
June 2026, right.
Has taken its toll
June 2026. We've got a date. Nothing good for Heresy.
Has now had to be supplemented with parts of classic armor pieces For us, though, that means
There was a couple of things, wasn't there? There was the Ogrins.
plastic pieces like the Mark 7 helmet you can see.
Yeah.
It's a good look, right? It's a good look. It's a good look.
There was a tank, wasn't there?
It's the sort of thing you can look forward to going forwards.
And the
Space Marines in this box will have elements of classic armor.
What are they called?
Earlier sets mixed in amongst
The Imperial Guard, but they're not Imperial Guard.
Mark X Tacticus suits.
Yeah, absolutely. I like there's some lovely little details here. He's got
Their shoulders are not primate icons and transfer sheets, so yeah.
all inscribed. The Primaris, when we first saw them, the Primaris Space
The helmets are back, the pig helmets, which is
They get
cool.
a bit more gothic every time we see
absolutely.
them.
I really like it.
One of the other things to note as well about this model and all of the models in the box set is that while he looks very cool, painted as a Blood Angel, there is nothing sculpted onto that model to say it needs to be a Blood Angel. So if you have
Yeah, of course.
Ultramarine, a Space Wolf, a
So
Dark
this
Angel,
is basically for the starter box, and they are going to be coded for being Blood Angels, not...
Would you like to see something from the other side?
All right, let's see something from the other side.
Let's
see the orcs. Let's see the orcs. Come on. Let's see the orcs. New tanks, Ogrins, Murtars, yeah. Here we go. New orcs, baby. Nice. That wasn't that impressive, but you know, it's cool. It's a push-fit model, so yeah. These are all push-fit models, by the way. Shooter or chopper? Why not both?
From the upcoming
both.
Armageddon launch box, and something's a bit different about him, right?
Yeah, so I think some of you already clocked it in the video, and obviously you can see it there on screen. In previous editions, in previous versions of the Orc box set, you had to choose whether you wanted to give your Orcs a shooter or a chopper.
Now you can have both.
You can now have both. No Orc should leave home without a chopper.
Exactly.
No Orc would
That's good. That's a good decision.
without carrying the biggest gun that he can carry.
They give me aggressors and heavy intercessors in the box, I'll be so happy. Yeah.
Get yourself a boy that
They haven't said what's exactly going to be in the box. This is just the normal troops at the moment. I wonder if they're going to go more in depth in the box, or they're going to just leave it there.
There's
a little squig.
in the box.
There's at least one squig in the box.
That went down quite well.
You'll need to wait a little longer to see the rest. Ah. No.
Stay your disappointment. It'll be worth the wait.
Oh. The end. Oh.
That brings us to the end of all of our reveals.
Okay.
Did you like what you saw?
That was a good show. I'm very curious about 11th edition now, because it sounds like they're going to focus more on narrative play than on anything else. You hated it all? No, it was good. I liked it.
And your attitude and your energy has carried this through for us, so thank you all for being here.
All right, one more
We've
thing.
had so much to show you. It's been really exciting. We've delved into Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Horus
Yes.
Heresy, the Warhammer Plus TV show.
Now they got one more thing.
The licensees, the new Mephiston. Make sure you check him out downstairs if you're here at AdeptiCon. Our friends at Joytour with the Space Marine helmet. Underworld's Warhammer Sigmar with the incredible Cogfort.
They did it the same way with the 10th reveal. Yeah.
With a new edition of Warhammer 40,000.
Yep.
Eddie, what was your favourite thing in the show?
I mean, obviously I'm very...
They didn't actually show any models. They didn't have them there on the table like they usually do, but I guess it's because it's an open event at AdeptiCon
I am completely taken
and not in the studio. That might have been a bit difficult, I suppose.
But I'm very excited about a lot of the things that we saw.
But, you know, even if there's nothing special in the box, I might still probably grab it to flesh out my... I think I'm going to get it because I always like the rule books that they do in the launch boxes. They are a little bit more special than the rule book they can get after that.
For letting us come here. It's incredible to be able to feel the energy in a room like this and to talk about Warhammer. Thank you to the team who've put on the preview, all the video guys who made the videos and put all the images together, ran the tech, for persevering and making it all work. We really appreciate all of their efforts. Let them know it.
They had a lot of tech issues, though. It was really shit. kind of fixed now, but still not fixed properly.
All of you for making this such a great preview. We have loved being with you for the last 2 hours. Thank you so much for making this a memorable experience.
The announcements were cool. The show was shit because they had a lot of. Remember, check out the WarCom article afterwards. Yeah.
To be with you for this time, Eddie. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Anytime.
The Armageddon box will help you with your salamander. Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure, yeah. It'll be your first 40k rulebook, so it's good to hear. Yeah, they always do like a special one. For example, in the last edition, they had Leviathan book, which was this one here. A little bit different from the, and also it's got like extra lore stuff and all that sort of thing than you get in the actual other, the one that you can get after the edition releases, you know. I love to have a helmet. Yeah, well, this one's gonna be different. They haven't shown the book yet in the new edition, but that was the Leviathan books. That was the launch books for 10th. Thanks for watching. All right, so that was a show. This one. They finished with this. Yep. Anyway, where were we? Peter Turbo, they didn't announce that. No Long Fangs, no Space Wolves, no Good Guy Primarch, no Kill Team with Flying Boys, no Ulrich. What's the matter? Don't finish with a pick like a Marvel movie. Well, I know. Yes, I know. No Space Wolves. Wazdak and Friends, we can do that. So we're not getting a bingo there. No bingo there either. No bingo there. No video games. No new Combat Patrol rules. Although I'm having a feeling that those are going to be coming. AOS dead. No, it's quite alive. No James Workshop. Okay. No James Workshop. Fancy Pants Guards. No, they didn't actually announce this Fancy Pants Guards. Oh, I was totally wrong there. They did Steel Legion, and they didn't do Fancy Pants Guards. And they did do kind of Cadia stands things, didn't they? So I'm going to mark that one as done. New Combat Patrols, Norks, and Guards? No. Combat Patrol would be like Spearhead, that's the hope, yeah. But they didn't say anything about the rules refresh for that. So, no bingo tonight from me. I fail. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's have a look at the reveals from the website here. So we got, that's the cinematic for the new edition. Should we watch it again? Should we watch the cinematic again? Let's watch it again. Actually, watch it on YouTube instead. It'll be better quality. There's the dead blood angels.
The war world. Its soil is worthless, salted by the blood and sweat of generations.
You're gonna go to bed 20 hours you've been up? Yeah, me too. I'm kind of hyped though right now.
War is all that remains. It rises from the dust. And
wait, let's have a look. Where was the... Wait.
It's by the blood and sweat of generations.
Okay. There's no... So this is a very sort of reminiscent of the old box art, you know?
That remains. It rises from the dust and echoes in the sky, a promise.
And they've got the jetpacks, and they're gonna fly now. That looks like a new model, probably. No dreadnoughts. Have a good night, Q. Thanks for the promo of his channel. That's fine. It's always good to help out people.
Sons, angels of death. We belong here. Our veins burn with his
Wait, was that? No, it wasn't. It was, it wasn't. I thought that was Dante there for a second. It wasn't Dante. This guy, he's gonna be a model for sure in the box. The weird boy. 100% the weird boy is gonna be a model. Where is he? There he is. Oh, shit. Oh, whatever. I can't catch it. but yeah. He's going to be probably one of the HQ units in the box.
This world
for the orcs.
Must hold. There can be no retreat.
Definitely going to be like a chaplain in the space in Space Marines side.
There is only war.
Yep. Very nice. Okay, cool. So this is the box here. It's coming out. Was it June? June 2020. Yeah, June. So we've got April, May, June. 3 months to get enough money to be able to get this. Wait a minute. Is this a tease of what's going to be in the box? No, it's not. It's just a picture. Silly me. Choose a side. Okay, let's choose a side. Ooh. Will you stand with Gazgul Tracker and the innumerable orc horde, or destroy the Imperial world? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. What else have we got? The Cog Forts, March 4th. Oh yeah, that's the Cog Forts, the Middle Earth stuff. And then Unleash the Power of the Elemental, the Lumineth. Ogrins in 30k. The Terror on Devlin. The Red Terror. This is the new animation thing. The Mephiston statue, which nobody cares for. And then we got the Wazdaka Armageddon. Let's have a look at this, actually. Yes, there we go. Wazdaka and friends. There you go. He's got friends. And then we got Yarrick. Big old claw. And what's her name? The new commissar. And the new Order Xenos Inquisitor. Of course he would be Order Xenos. He's got a Xenos mount, you know. The Adeptioritas. And the new tanks. And the vehicles. The book. I don't know how much of any of this I'm going to probably want to get. So I think this is going to be released within this next month, probably, I would say. So yeah, overall cool stuff, good stuff. Oh, I see you made it to the end of the video. Well, thank you very much. Hit that like button and subscribe, and also you can catch my lives over on twitch.tv/platesmasher.